Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with, and as always, thank you guys for watching and commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Blue Sports Plus. I may have some in Roger there. Not in my man cave, of course, because, well, we're down here because, again, it's a Friday and we've got a lot of work to do to get somebody moved in. And I've got some people in that are getting ready to lay our carpet and stuff here. Got Michael over here cleaning out the fridge and stuff and getting everything squared away for it. But anyway, did you see Myles Garrett go off last night? What the hell? I didn't watch the whole game. I fell asleep. But Myles Garrett gets the sack and stuff on there and then goes crazy. How do you lose your damn mind like that? But then again, huh?
Too many hits to the head.
I don't know.
I mean, no excuse, but too many hits to the head.
Or maybe it's just being in Cleveland. Because you look at Baker Mayfield, he don't look quite right in the head right now either. I mean, he's got the whole dumpy. He looks like he's aged 10 years since he's been in Cleveland. But, you know, that is what it is. So the Cowboys get, of course, back to work again today, working on getting themselves together for a battle with the Lions. We'll see if Matthew Stafford actually practices today. I know, we're talking about practice. Not a game now. We're talking about practice. The thing for the Lions is, and maybe good for the Cowboys, they're not a good running team. And most of the offense, if not all of it, goes through Matthew Stafford. So it'll be interesting to see if he's going to be able to play or not. Now, I got to be honest with you. Miss Jackie, she sent me a lot of clips last night. I watched quite a few of them. One thing I must say is, you know, after the whole debacle of Jason Garrett going through and, pushing the blame on, Dak's got, different reads, and of course, Kellen Moore calls the plays, and the special team coach, he didn't communicate it right. Finally kind of said, it's on me. Blame me. Just blame me. I watched an interview with Chris Richard yesterday. Chris Richard basically was like, it's my job to make sure, Awuzie is in a position to succeed. If he's not in there, then it means I failed.
How come that guy's not the coach?
Well, yeah.
At least take blame for his part.
Yeah, at least he showed some emotion. Not that we can say that the defense has done great things.
Yeah, but at least he take a blame for what his part was.
I
can respect that.
Thank you. I can at least respect that. That at least he's taking the bullets for the guys. And when somebody goes ahead and takes a bullet for you, you kind of say, man, bro, I'm glad I'm still here. I appreciate what you just did for me. And you're more apt to play for that guy. We'll see if that ends up making dividends, of course, for the team. And of course, by now I'm sure you've seen ESPN's whole ranking of quarterbacks under 30. And I guess you Eagle fans should be a little upset too on this one, because it's kind of amazing. You can't argue. I mean, with some of the ones on there, of course. I mean, Pat Mahomes, even though he's been injured and his numbers have come back down because he's been injured, they have him ranked as the number one quarterback under 30 right now. I can respect that.
30, I can.
Okay, and then you got Lamar Jackson in there as third. Okay,
Lamar should be number one.
Well, Lamar's having an incredible season.
That's because the coaching.
Then you got Deshaun Watson there. Okay, Deshaun, you don't see Texans that much. You don't think about the Texans offense. You usually think about J.J. Watt and J.J. Watt getting injured. But this is where it kind of goes sideways. So you know who was number 4?
Who?
Kyler Murray. The quarterback's under 30. Carson Wentz, Jared Goff, and Dak Prescott are all under 30, right? Not that I'm saying Jared Goff needs to be there, because Jared Goff was some garbage.
Jared Goff's a better quarterback than him.
Okay, so and then after Kyler Murray, they have Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jimmy Garoppolo should be higher.
No, Jimmy Garoppolo's some garbage. Whoa. Okay, here's the thing.
Should be higher
this is the misconception that people always have about, they've only lost one game, so Jimmy Garoppolo is great. No, they got a great defense and a hellacious running game. He's got 14 TDs and 9 interceptions.
I mean,
He's got one game of 300 yards. So how is it that you all of a sudden, on his body of work, turn around and say that he is the fourth best quarterback under 30? When you had Jared Goff, who's been to the Super Bowl. Not that I'm saying Jared Goff deserves to be there right now because he sucks.
I say he's better than.
You got Carson Wheelchair Wentz, who we've said is an MVP candidate.
He's better than Murray.
And you look at the season that Dak Prescott's had. This goes back to the whole.
Garoppolo's better than Murray. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying.
Okay, yeah, and that's the other part. How do you have Kyler Murray? I'm sitting there reading some of the comments. People are saying, well, if Dak Prescott was the quarterback of the Cardinals, they wouldn't have a single win. It's just like this whole thing, the hate for Dak Prescott is just amazing. You got the Dallas Cowboys offense number 1 in total yards. You know, people will say, oh, it's only because he's got great people around him. I'm sorry. Did you see him running for his life last week against that defensive pass rush? Did you see, with that best offensive line in football, the 46 yards that Zeke Elliott got out of that game? The fact that we were even in that game is amazing because of what Dak did.
Frederick playing hurt?
Travis Frederick? Well, everybody's kind of nicked up. I mean, Lyle Collins, he's not practicing this week right now because he's got the bad knee. You got Tyron Smith with the ankle, high ankle sprain. Zach Martin has been nicked up, and it's not the same as everybody thinks. But this goes back to ESPN, of course. With anything Dallas Cowboys, they just hate. They can't give any credit. And I'm not saying, okay, arguably, we all know I'm in the tank for Dak Prescott. We know this. But, they cleaned up all the trees over there. That's why it looks, and they fixed the siding. It cleaned up.
They did some work over there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just kind of noticed how nice and clean it is next door. They've cut down all the bushes and stuff in there.
It looked like the other place next door.
And hopefully I can get my money together and we're going to build another duplex right there.
It looks like doing something downstairs in that basement next door.
Well, they got the big building. I'm sorry. I digress.
I know.
I digress. But anyway, looking around, that's just ESPN. Well, no, actually, let me rephrase this. The reality is I have no idea who this idiot was who came up with this list. I would not have seen or talked about this at all had it not been a straight up complete farce, a straight up made up BS, straight up shade thrown on my quarterback. Had they not done any of that, wouldn't be talking about it. So I guess in regard, clap out to ESPN for getting us to talk about them like they're relevant. But it used to be, it's Disney, that's it. It's Fantasyland. But it used to be how ESPN was the gold standard of sports reporting. That they literally told it like it was and lets you make up your own mind. Now it's all about the loudest idiot that they can put out there with the stupidest takes that, people will fall for. And I gotta be honest, it's sad. It really is, because I used to 100% love ESPN when they came through. They were totally different than anybody else. They had all the numbers, all the facts, all the stats, everything that a fan could want to have. And now, it's just some bullshit. This is an important week for our Cowboys. We've got a lot of doom and gloom. Cowboy fans out there have been basically jumping off the bandwagon. We've killed our coaching staff. We've killed our players. We've talked about Zeke Elliott. We've talked about our quarterback. We've talked about our defense. We've talked about every owner, too. But here's the thing. You get a win on Sunday, and I don't care if it's just the Detroit Lions. That's what they'll say. It was only the Lions that you beat. But you know what? New England beats up on patsies every year, makes it to the Super Bowl and wins. And nobody talks about that. At this point, I'll take 6-4, even if it is over the Detroit Lions without Matthew Stafford. And you know what? I'd be happy if we turn around and beat the Bears. You know what? I'll be happy if we kick the Eagles' ass again for the 5th time in a row. And if that's what it takes for us to get to the playoffs, I'm good. I'm happy. As long as I get to the playoffs, that's all I care about. How about you, Mike? What, you want more than just getting to the playoffs?
Yeah.
Look, I just want to have the opportunity.
I want to make it to the NFC Championship game.
I want to make it to the Super Bowl,
No,
but
you
you got to crawl before you can walk, and you got to walk before you can run. So the first thing is you got to get to the playoffs. Then it's a new season. All right, I got to get to work over here so I can get back to the man cave for our live stream tonight.
Yeah, I got to work tonight too.
Yeah.
That's
All right, I'll see you guys soon.